What's up, everyone who's watching? Um, Thank you guys for clicking on my video, dude. I'm so happy. The I watched back the last video. It wasn't that entertaining. So, what I'll do, is I'll probably put a little more gameplay into this one. So, after this little intro that I'm recording, I'm gonna design some walls. And then I'm gonna start yapping about my life, guys. That's my channel. That's my channel. I'm gonna start yapping about my life, and then you guys are gonna listen. And I just so happened to play Minecraft, you know, in between that. But it's mostly about me talking to you or talking to everyone because we had 12 views and 2 likes, and I know that 1 like was from myself. I know it. I know that 1 comment was from myself. Whatever. Um, Growth isn't linear. Okay, I'm just saying that. I don't know what that means. All right, guys, I'll go design. I'll go design these walls. I think first, because originally I was gonna design the interior first, but since I don't know, and because one commenter said, "Place a fountain." That's about the stupidest things I ever heard in my life. No disrespect to that commentator, but that's about the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. A fountain in the middle of a house. I've never seen that except in a mall, and this is not a mall. This is the intro, and I will be right back, guys. I should, I should start thinking of some catchphrases. You know what I mean? I should like, guys, I'm gonna go now. Gupila out or something like that. Um, I don't know. I think that'll be very creative. Or not, or it's just gonna make me a giant dork, which is also fine because I'm playing Minecraft. I'm recording it, but whatever. Leave me alone. Okay. I am back, everyone. Thank you for waiting. Although you didn't actually wait, but since I'm a YouTuber now, we're just gonna pretend everything because that's what all YouTubers do. Oh, I'm pretend I'm waiting a long time. Oh, I pretend I work so hard. Guys, don't ever let a YouTuber say his work is hard. This is literally what I would have done besides work anyway. The only difference is now I actually get to use my vocal cords. Except around, except then, oh, is it called except or rather than just sit on my behind all day. I sat behind because we're family friendly. Okay, so our plan for this wall is pretty cool in my opinion. We're gonna do it like this. I hope I did the measurements right. 1, 2, 3. And I did not. That's awesome. I think that's just awesome. I messed it up, guys, and that's okay. That's okay. Because I can just change it. I just need to change a wall. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna move the outside one, of course. So this stays. And then let's see what do is. Is here. I think. I do like this is hard. Do it like let's move it. There we go. That's what we have to do. Just done. Okay. So I recently um, told my girlfriend to start watching Attack on Titan. I freaking love Attack on Titan, guys. It's such a good show. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Amazing story, amazing plot, amazing everything. Yeah, so definitely would recommend. Just for that, I'm gonna grab this real quick. Okay, we're gonna do this, and this. These two are so fake blocks, I suppose. And then we can just go up again. But yeah, no, I recommend Attack on Titan. I love Attack on Titan. My favorite character is between Reiner and Erwin, I would say. I freaking love Reiner. Um, so yeah, I would recommend, guys. Even though lately, I used to be a big fan of watching a lot of shows. I watched One Piece. Um, I recently went to the Chainsaw Man movie, also with my girlfriend. It was a lot of fun. About the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life, but I am also not very much a movie guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's awesome. I know I said 6, 7. I think that's pretty funny. So yeah, the design I had went like this. I think we're gonna erase this. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. And then this is gonna be brought up. And what I want to use for this stuff here is a mangrove pane, a window pane. So what we need is a mangrove, of course. I don't know if I have any mangrove unlocked. What you want to do then is locate biome mangrove swamp. It's super far away. So if I'm a good YouTuber, I would say, man, let's make this episode an adventure to go to the swamp. And just for reference, I might go into that. Just for reference where it is, let's go there, see how far it is away from base on the map, and then consider walking there. So we just teleported. We're here. Also, oh, this is amazing because we're next to a swamp. Or we're next to a desert, which is amazing. Let's look at the map. Let's look at where we are. Okay, so it's technically not that far. Uh, it's technically not that far. It's 1 biome, 2 biome, 3 biome, 4 biome, 6, 6, 7 biome. Dude, I said it again. I sure hope my fan base will grow because of that. It's not that far away. But it low-key is, though, you know what I mean? It low-key is far away. Um, so you could say, oh, I wonder if I said my name on accident in any of these videos. You could say, oh, Gabila, don't do this. This is cheating. I don't care. Okay. This is my... Guys, this is my, channel. And the whole point of it being my channel is that I get to decide everything. Okay. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, oh man, I thought I had a saw. I do have a saw, but I use it for that thing. Let's make another one. A mechanical saw. Let's see if you can chop down those trees. I'm not actually sure. What did you need for a hand crank? Was it this? Yes. Okay, let's check. We're gonna go check if we can chop it down. And you're gonna be like, oh, Kabila, don't teleport. It's gonna ruin anything, everything. Every single thing is gonna be ruined. And me personally, disagree. First of all, I disagree. Disagree respectfully. Of course, because this is a respectful channel. I hope it works like this. Oh, yes, it does. How amazing. We get a bunch of other stuff from it as well, which is not... I mean, it's not great. I don't want mangrove roots. I don't think I can think of a single thing what to do with that. But I mean, that doesn't really matter. This is a pretty cool place. I love the desert. First of all, I love the desert. Oof. I also love the mud we can get from this because you can turn it into bricks, obviously. I wonder if you can automate the mud from here. This is so easy, you know, with big trees, you usually have to cut down everything, cut like except one. So that's why I did that in the first one I chopped. But it doesn't seem to be that way for these, which is, you know, flipping awesome. This is freaking awesome. I wonder how long I can keep all this whole spiel about being family friendly. Um, but it's not like I have to worry about demonetization since, yeah, well, since no one's flipping watching. You know what I mean? But let's grab maybe 3 stacks from this stuff. That would be nice. The mango gives a very royal. It's like a royal red, like a Bordeaux red, which in my opinion gives off like some sort of royal vibes. Whoa, is this gonna work? No. Everybody say, Gabila, you're an idiot. Everybody comment, Gabila, you're an idiot. If you comment that, I'm reporting you, by the way, just so you know. Okay, never mind. You can do it. Why is this still here? Why? This is a bug. This is a glitch, guys. I'm a professional debugger, and I can say that this is a glitch. I love Chainsaw Man. If you come in my comment section and talking about it's a gooder movie, I'm gonna kick you from the chat, not in real life. I do not consent or support physical violence towards each other. It's never the solution, guys. It's sometimes the solution, not always. Definitely not a lot. But yeah, I was thinking. I was walking to the bus stop, and I was thinking, wow, I am super original, right? I'm so original with my YouTube. I'm basically the I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about when I say this, but I'm basically the astrophysicist. I think he's an astrophysicist who makes Minecraft content, right? He's a professional problem solver and whatnot. He's super smart. His name is Oliver something, and he plays Minecraft as well. But he has never heard of it. He's not gonna wiki anything, and so he's super smart, and that's what makes it fun to watch. I'm basically the same, but then instead of being super smart, I'm super dumb, and instead of not knowing anything, I know everything. You know, so I feel like that's a very enjoyable watch. I feel like that's something everyone should be interested in. Every machine that you saw is homemade and self-thought of. So, you know, that basically makes me just as smart, Loki. No, guys, I'm not smart. And, you know, sometimes, because I don't go to a high prestigious school. Actually, I think my school is the least prestigious school I've ever heard of in my entire life. It might not be true, but it's definitely the least prestigious I heard of. Because the way they let people graduate in my school is should be a crime, honestly, because you're releasing people in an adult world who will be, you know, a giant role in society eventually, and they're going to be uneducated. They're going to have zero work ethic. What if one of their jobs is going to be important? Like one from the 100 people they let pass every single exam year is going to be important, right? They're going to be um, what's it called? They're going to be a friend of a boss of a company or whatever, and then they're going to get an important role. But they're going to mess it up. They're going to mess it up because they're uneducated, because our teachers are morons. And I don't know if morons is a swear word, but I don't know if slandering my teachers is bad, but I'm not saying their personal name, I'm just sharing my opinion. So it's not that bad. Um, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that I think it should be illegal to release these people as quote unquote adult, responsible, educated people into the into the world just because they what's it called? Just because they finished this exam or whatever. You know what I mean? Um, I can confidently say that most of the people I know are not smart. They're not smart. They have no work ethic, I want to say, and I don't think they should be given an important role. I'll get some glass from my other base, and then I'll go um, make this into panels, and then after that I'll cut it and make the third part of the video, which is going to be building, which is kind of ridiculous. I said I was going to do that, and then I did it for 20 minutes, which with the intro is going to be 23 minutes. Um, kind of bad pacing. Honestly, it's looking like One Piece pacing. But you know what? I love One Piece. That's the thing. I love One Piece. I am surrounded with a bunch of smart people, and that's where I was going. Where I was going with that stuff. The whole Oliver reference. He is smart, and I'm not. Um, and I was gonna say, some people think they're smart. Like, yeah, oh, I'm street smart or I'm whatever smart. If you're not going to a prestigious school, you're not smart, right? I'll be talking to those people, and sometimes I say stuff that is way smarter than them, and it all comes down to logic. But eventually, you'll start to talk about them, and you're talking about how your school day went, and then I sound like a toddler. I sound like, yeah, I played outside for an hour, then I played with some bricks and made a puzzle, and that's how I sound talking to these people. They're gonna be like, yeah, I was quoting this famous philosopher about the whatever meaning of life or the impossible conclusions you can make about anything in life. And I'm just staring at him like, dude, if I ever have to think about something, like have to think about something this deep, I'll probably I'll probably just give up and be a submissive house husband. But I won't. I won't. I won't turn it away. Yeah, it's just something to think about, guys. I recently had a talk with a friend of mine um, about dreams and aspirations. And I will be honest when I say that I personally don't have big dreams or aspirations. I love to keep things simple. I love to just live my life quietly. I love to live my life however I like. And that's it, if and I think that's fine. I think that's amazing even. And I do have a couple aspirations. I'd like to have a house sooner rather than later. Um, and eventually, I would like a nice dog, maybe, maybe a cat as well, maybe even chickens. You know, that's a great idea. But that's it. I'll still be doing the things I like. I will be avoiding things I don't like because that's how I want to live my life. I want just to do the stuff that I like. And that's going to be my advice for today's video. Do the stuff you like, otherwise, you will probably end up dying. Don't quote me on that. It may not be true. We're going to cover this up. We're going to move this up by a little. And then I think what I did in the design I made, maybe I'll show you the design I made. Was it one higher or was it not one higher? I don't think it was. I think it was like this, this and this. Was it? That looks kind of dorky, no? I think it was like this though. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, wait, I didn't use these here. Because with these things with longer glass panes, it gives more luxurious vibe. Because you know, if you gotta compensate the top with bricks, you know you're broke. You know you're broke. You know you're a brokey, and you know me personally, I am always gonna be up on money. That's not true. But, yeah, I think it's like this. I think it's gonna be like this, and then I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'll come back and finish the wall, and probably the other wall, but I'll do the other wall off camera and design this wall. So be right back later. I'm back, guys. I had to do a bunch of stuff, so it's like 2 hours past. Okay, so we're gonna build a wall. We gotta build the wall, dude, because I was talking about how I may have sounded a little like the big DT, the big Donald Duck, the big, you know what I mean. I think I will name this. I think we'll name this video "We Gotta Build a Wall." Actually, before we do that, let's go and make some scaffolding. What we need is this, this, and this. Pretty sure. Okay. Voila. I say voila, but I'm not French. I'm not telling. You know, I could be French. You don't know. Let me know actually if you can tell my accent and where I'm from, just from the sound of my voice. That would be pretty cool. And also pretty weird and scary. I was talking with my girlfriend about it, and I said, what if, you know, the big what if question, what if this channel does blow up? What if, you know, there's gonna be a bunch of fame and whatnot? A lot of people say that fame is a curse. Did I make this right? I doubt it. I think it was like this. I'm pretty sure it was like this. Ooh. Yeah. The fame is a curse, and that you shouldn't search for it or whatever. I disagree. I think famous people are rich. I think famous people have it good in life. And the only trouble they'll be facing is judgment of other people and involvement in other people's life. But you low-key choose for that when you put yourself out there, which is fine. I would be fine with it. Not exactly following the. Oh my god. I'm not exactly following the concept I had. This is gonna go closed off, and then I'll put this here, right? Yes. And then, am I gonna close this off as well? Let's look at it. It looks pretty nice. I'd say it goes more into the sense of quantity over quality, since this is 3 blocks and there's not a lot of detail in it. I mean, the structural way of building is, in my opinion, detailed. And then I do want a couple other little these things actually. And what we also need is iron. I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. That's not really a good thing. I think I was talking about how fame affects people, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and I said the big what if question. If um, life ever makes like an unexpected turn and I'm gonna be famous and rich and whatever, because of this, I think I would be perfectly fine. Since this channel is anonymous, since I do share a lot about myself, I suppose, but it's not so that um, I would be talking about my personal life. In a way, I am, but like you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know anything at all anyway. Um, what I mean by that is, I could be lying. I could just be lying um, about everything I've been saying, and you wouldn't know. Every single thing that I am telling about my supposed personal life could be just simply made up. And again, you would not know, which is kind of what keeps, just for the record, I'm looking for an azalea tree because I love the bushes. That's what she said. Okay, we can use these as well. But yeah, since technically I could have made everything up, which is why then you wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't know if it was true at all anyway. But yeah, that's just a big hypothetical. I don't think I would share something personal that could be in the way of my then amazing life. You know, if I'm famous and popular and rich and whatnot, I don't think there's a single thing I would do ever to ruin that. Anyways, we're collecting these. I guess, well, pretty obvious why, because they're pretty. Sorry guys, I have an attitude. My girlfriend just left. She had to go home, so that's why I have an attitude. Like, for example, like this. I say my girlfriend just left, and you're like, oh, he has a girlfriend. I could be lying. I might not have a girlfriend. I might even not even like girls. I do, but again, you wouldn't know, right? So, unless my name and everything is gonna be super public, you wouldn't know anything about me, obviously. I know there's a crafting table 12 meters away from me, but you know, who cares? Do we like these or do we like jungle planks? I think I'll bring in jungle planks and compare it and see how it fits with the contrast, because now it's just yellow on yellow and red on red. I mean, is this yellow? Or, I guess it's like beige. Because this makes kind of the color blend in. Same with this orange. And, you know, besides that, this color goes very well with the whole build. So that's pretty nice. I think this is looking pretty good for the first wall. And even though I'm going to build a staircase here, I think I'll keep this visible. I'll finish the wall here, which that's pretty bothering. I need to move everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I need to. Okay. I will change this. Maybe I'll make a time lapse of it. That's a great idea. I'll make a time lapse of me doing this, and then I'll be right back after the time lapse. That's such a great idea. Okay. So I will talk to you guys when I finish. Whoa. that's not me, guys. I do aftercare. Okay, bye. This looks pretty symmetrical to me. I built this, I finished this, then I built this kind of out of my head. I did look back a couple of times. You can probably see it in the thingus, in the time lapse. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they turn out. And this sounds like a good place to end the video. It's almost my bedtime, like I said in the last videos. I have a bedtime. It's not because I'm a dork, it's not because I'm small. It's because I take good care of my body. That's why. Please trust me, guys. Or don't. I don't really care. But yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think the structural design adds a lot to it, like the logic. At least I think so. Oh shit! Ooh, pardon. Now I have to blur that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what we want to do today is done. I think next episode we'll either finish this, so we could probably make this floor and the big gateway into it, or we can start building the staircase, or we will start on the train station, or at least the making of the train station, which also, to be honest, could be a big time lapse. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys and girls and everything in between. I'm grateful you guys watched. I'm happy you guys watched, and I would love to see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Pay attention for the next video. I'm gonna go edit this now, and I'll see you guys some other time. I don't think there will be a video tomorrow because I have a pretty busy day on Wednesday. But yeah, bye everyone. I'm looking at my beautiful girlfriend right now. What do you think about this plot twist in the video?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Wow, dude, I love your commentary.
Look,
We should
look this.
look this.
Look at this.